Sometimes it's soft as a misty rain that gently touches my soul. Yeah. Oh shit. Princeton! Princeton! Can you please get me a towel? Hey now, what you say now? About to put it down. Yeah, come on and ride with the rain now. Oh, you just wait now, and everything's gonna change now. Let's rock. Are you gonna go get that? Hey gems, it's Cindyrella LG and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to talk to you guys about the lies. The lies that a lot of us were told about living alone, the glamorization of it all, and the reality. Honestly, I'm here to talk to you guys about my experience so far. I've been on my own now for about 6 months, and I can say it's been a wild ride. There have been some positive aspects, some negative aspects about living on my own for the very first time, and I'm really ready to tell you guys all of them because I don't want to live this false fantasy of me being on my own and me having a great time and
yeah, I pay my bills and I'm a boss bitch and all that stuff.
Like, I don't want to put that out there for you guys without also explaining the realities of it all before you guys go ahead and jump out and live on your own. Because let me tell y'all something. When I tell you guys I'm here today by the strength of God, that is the only reason. Preach up. I'm really excited to do this sit down video for you guys. I think this is my first time sitting down in my apartment and filming any type of video. That's not a beauty video, that's not a vlog, that's not a chit chat get ready with me. So yeah, different setup. I'm not in my living room, I am in my bedroom. And yeah, I'm just really excited to sit down and talk to you guys because I have not done this in a minute. So, for all of you guys watching, I hope that you are somewhere where the rent is paid, where you have a nice little roof over your head, where, you know, people are not stealing your tires and wheels, where you're not having to deal with no water out of nowhere just because. Not because you didn't pay your bill, but just because. So those are little hints as to what I'm going to be talking about today for you guys. So you are going to be seeing Princeton running around in the background. That is because he is a free roamer, and I kind of let him do whatever he wants as long as he's not barking and bothering me. So yeah, if you see Princeton, just know he's just minding his business. He's just curious as to what Mama's doing right now. All right, Bubba? Yeah, like that. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. So I went ahead and had you guys ask me some questions on Instagram regarding moving out and living out on your own for the first time. And you guys asked a lot of questions, so I'm really excited to go ahead and answer almost all of them for you guys today. So yeah, let's get into it. Do you prefer living alone over living with roommates or parents? Okay, so I like this one because I have had roommates in the past, and I have obviously lived with my parents in the past. Well, it's not that obvious. Some people don't get to live with their parents, but I did have the pleasure of getting to live with my parents in the past. So I lived with roommates my freshman year of college when I was in the dorms. That's the only time that I lived with roommates. And it was quite the experience. I will say the great thing about living with roommates and in a dorm, let me be specific, living in a dorm is much different than living on your own, especially living in a new city on your own. When you're on your own in a new city, or when you're on your own, period, really, you kind of don't know anyone in your building. You don't get to just go downstairs and be in the common area. You don't just get to walk across the street and then everyone's at the student union. It's not the same experience. So I definitely want to let you guys know that there's a specific difference as to living alone versus living in a dorm by yourself or living in a student apartment by yourself. If that makes any sense. This isn't a college town or anything like that. I don't know the people that live here like that. So yeah, just wanted to go ahead and get that across. But living with roommates in a dorm, it did feel good because, I don't know, although my roommates and I were very, very different from each other, we did feel like we had a lot of similarities, and it had us bond like really well actually. But yeah, I do feel like there was some type of camaraderie with me and my roommates, and that's what made the experience of having roommates better than if I were to live alone on campus or anything like that. Now, living with my parents, as a first daughter, as a Nigerian girl, as a girl period, my parents were much more strict with me. They're much more protective of me, and I understand why as a grown woman now. I do understand why, but growing up, it was pretty frustrating, especially being in my 20s. It was pretty frustrating having to have reasons as to why I want to be out of the house, or having to let them know, hey, I'm not coming home tonight. I'm staying at so-and-so's place, and stuff like that. So not having to answer to anyone, that's fun. I wouldn't say that I prefer living with my parents, because as a 23-year-old grown woman, I turned 24 this year. This year's my Kobe year, you know. Rest in peace, Kobe and Gigi. But I can't say that I would live with my parents again. I can't say that. I would just want to live with my parents again. Like, being on your own just kind of shakes things up, because it's like you have no one to answer to. So that is a positive aspect of living alone. So to turn that, I don't think that I would live with my parents again. I definitely would not have roommates again. I don't think I'm in that headspace to where I would want roommates. My only roommate that I am guaranteed to have this day and age is Princeton. That is the only roommate that I'm allowed to have, as far as my rules are concerned. I do think that I want to live closer to my parents in the future, just because of how close we are. I don't know if that's just a weirdo thing about me, but I do love being close to my parents. I love living near them. I love having access to them whenever I can get it, and it just makes me feel good being around my parents. So I wouldn't say I prefer it at all, but I would say that that is something in the future that I would be open to, is living near my parents. Oh, okay. I like this question a lot because it's real. Does it get scary or lonely? The simple answer is yes. If you want to keep it as simple as possible, the simple answer is yes. Loneliness is something, if for me personally, that I feel a lot being on my own. And that also has a lot to do with the fact that I am in a new city where I don't really know anyone. And then the punch in the gut for all of it is that I don't really like going out. I don't like meeting new people out of a fear that people are going to cause ill will towards me, or, you know, anything like that. So yeah, I do have a bit of social anxiety to where I don't feel like going out, where I get scared to go out for multiple reasons. And I don't know anyone, so it's kind of like eh, but I do know that I don't really like going out as much as I do whenever I am at home. So I definitely am more willing to go out whenever I'm in Dallas as opposed to when I'm in Houston. Maybe it's a trust thing, maybe it's because I know my surroundings more, but Houston is just not the place where I feel like I'm comfortable enough to do that, to make those moves. So yeah, it does get lonely, and it does get scary. I spoke about it earlier. My apartment complex did not really create a safe environment for me, and they don't make me feel like I'm safe. All 4 of my tires and wheels were stolen from my car, and this is like 2 weeks after I got my brand new car, and all 4 of my tires and wheels were stolen. And it sucked because I come from a place in my heart where I was like, people can actually do that to you. But fact of the matter is that people can. It doesn't matter where you are, people can do that. But living on my own, it did not feel good to see. And tip for you guys, whenever you're moving to a new city or something like that, or even if you're just moving to a new apartment complex, I say do your research, do your research, do your research. Beware of red flags. If you see red flags, honestly, that should be all the warning signs that you need before you move on into, signing that lease. Look at the red flags, do your research, and really look at your environment. I feel like that's something that whenever my father and I were looking for apartments for myself, we did not do enough of. It's kind of like we saw a shiny number. We saw, oh, okay, this place looks nice. We saw the model home. It's like, okay, this looks decent. And it all kind of seemed to fit the bill for us. But the fact of the matter is, you cannot put a price on safety. And you cannot put a price on your mental well-being. So yeah, I will say that you want to do your research. Moving out, I thought would be the most adventurous, enlightening time of my life, but it turned out to be the most challenging, mentally taxing time of my life. And these are things that you have to go through in life. I don't care what anyone says, like, everybody goes through some type of struggle to get to the light at the end of the tunnel. But I will say that it's humbled me. Moving out has definitely humbled me. If I did not have some type of grace before, it definitely has humbled me to a certain degree. I'm alone for the first time too, and it's taking a toll on my mental health. How do you deal? This is the main reason, y'all might laugh at me. This is the main reason why I got a dog, because I've had some dark nights, and I've talked about this in past videos before, or a past video before. I've had some really, really dark times living on my own so far. And the times where life kind of seemed the toughest, I would be crying on my couch or something, and as gross as this may sound, Princeton would literally come and lick off my tears. And that would kind of make me feel a little more hopeful about, the way that things turn out or the way that things go for me. Princeton's literally sleeping behind my back right now. Look, y'all. Oops, sorry, Bubba. Go ahead. Go back to sleep. My dog helps. He helps a lot. Sometimes he doesn't help. Sometimes he does the opposite of help. Sometimes he really, pushes me to the limit. But there is a reason that I got him, and I'm glad that I did. Also, having a support system to where if I feel like I can't do it anymore, I have someone to call. I have someone to text. I have my parents if I need to reach out for anything. That has helped a lot as well. So yeah, I will say that it is mentally taxing, but these are moments that we have to go through. And it wasn't until I moved out that I realized, okay, oh shit, this is the moment that everyone talks about that they go through before they reach success. So I feel like if these hard times are coming, that means that the great times are on the way. That's the only way that I can go forth in life and have a positive attitude towards life. Because if I don't do that, if I don't have that, thought process, then my mind will go to shit, So I have to think like that to continue on. I have to think like that to go out the door. I have to think like that to do the things that I'm supposed to do. So yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not an easy process, but it's a rewarding process. And I'm waiting for the reward. How did you start saving to move out? Once I knew that I was not going to be living in my parents' house anymore, I started saving. That's when I opened a savings account and I started saving. I will say though, I'm not the best with money. I'm not the best with money, and it kind of causes a lot of regrets for me because I'm not the best with money. No. So I'm trying to be better at handling my money and stuff like that. But in me trying to learn how to be better at that, I have to be honest about, like, you know, what there is to do when it comes to living situations and stuff like that. If you are living on your own, I say, or if you know you want to live on your own, I say start saving a year ahead of time. I didn't know I was going to be living alone until about 4 months before I was moving out. And I was not saving before that. But luckily enough, I have an occupation to where I can save a lot of money at one time. But I do think that the mistake I made, and I will say this is a mistake, I will say the mistake I made is wanting to furnish my apartment so fast to where I kind of just like was spending money. Yeah, I got a lot of dupes. Yeah, I got a lot of deals. But I was spending very unhealthily and irresponsibly. And that is another tip I will give you guys. You don't have to furnish your apartment all at once. In fact, I wish that I kind of waited for getting some of the stuff that I got, because some of the stuff that I got I don't even use, for one. Two, I'm never doing an apartment tour because for my personal safety. So an apartment tour, that was a question too, y'all will not be getting. Maybe a bedroom tour, maybe, but an apartment tour y'all will not be getting. This is going to be the last question that we go with today. Is living alone what you thought it would be? I'm about to get real with y'all, okay? Living alone is not at all what I thought it would be. I thought living alone would mean I have the whole cute puppy dog and the whole luxury lifestyle. People telling me I look nice as I go to my car. I have the leasing office that's familiar with me because I pick up so many packages. I thought that living alone was going to be this whole glamorous bachelorette lifestyle, especially being single, being in a new city. I thought that it was just going to be all these things that it wasn't. And that's just it. It wasn't anything that I thought it was going to be. The real thing that I feel like we forget often is that all that glitters is not gold. And that is something that moving out will definitely bring you back to reality for. So yeah, there are definitely struggles that happen behind the camera. Definitely. I'm grateful for my experience so far. I'm grateful for the people that have helped me so far in this experience. My parents, my friends, Thelma, Ashley, Malik, Zuby, my brothers. I'm thankful for all the people that have been driving forces in this move for me. But I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
And that's the reality of it all, you know. As cool as some people might make it look, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know. And that's the reality of it. I hope someone heard me out there. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and like this video if you liked it. Comment down below what you liked about it. And subscribe to my channel. And I definitely want to make sure that, you know, you guys can keep this conversation going if you want to. More grad school videos on the way, more moving out videos on the way, or being on my own videos, my experience and stuff like that. If you guys want those, go ahead and comment down below what you guys want. I did say that I was going to be doing grad school videos for you, so I am trying to take those on. Grad school and being on my own and this whole adulting thing, I'm trying to take those videos on for you guys. A week in the life of or the balance of a grad school / vlogger, YouTuber, influencer, whatever you want to label me as. That video does come out tomorrow, so the realness behind that, you will see all of it. So yeah, I hope that this video has enlightened someone. I hope that this video has taught someone something. And I want to end this video by saying, be nice to people. That's it. Be nice to people, and be nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Stay blessed and beautiful gems, and I love you so much. Smooches.
Hit me up if you wanna make love, but don't call my phone.